Guys, I don't know how I get myself in these situations. It's always to find a deal. I am in the middle of nowhere. It's 17 degrees. Just got stuck trying to go up a hill, jackknifed my trailer. Can't see it in the mirror, but yeah, I'm trying to get back to blacktop. Yeah, I got stuck trying to get up a steep hill. It was straight ice. We had to unhook the trailer because I couldn't back down. I couldn't steer. It was just sliding when I turned the wheels, and it jackknifed the trailer. And what a freaking headache. 100% not worth it. Do not recommend. But this is the stuff that I do to get a good deal and make a buck. Even though I'm not making money off this four-wheeler, I bought it for myself just to restore. But yeah, dumb. I'm literally sliding right now. I'm trying to keep it under 5 miles an hour. ABS is on non-stop pretty much. If it quit working, I don't know what I would do. I would just slide into a tree, I guess. Lord, this is nerve-wracking. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Car Studio, and in today's episode we are not working on the E30. Surprise. I know, just completely disregard any of my promises about when videos are going to come out. I find it impossible to stick to a schedule or anything that I say, you know, dates when I'm going to make a video. It just doesn't happen. Life always seems to get in the way, and I'm just too busy to do things in a timely manner. So with that said, today's video is about a new addition, a new project that I didn't need, but for probably months now I've been wanting one. That would be one of America's most iconic ATVs ever made, the Yamaha Blaster. I know they're pretty much for kids, and that's kind of why I wanted this project. Just I've been feeling nostalgic lately. I had one when I was younger, and I absolutely love the thing.
Since its inception in 1988, the Yamaha Blaster has proven to be one of the best entry-level sport quads. With its 200cc two-stroke reed-valve engine and 6-speed transmission, it rivaled many bigger quads with very little modifications. The Blaster remained unchanged for 14 years until 2003, when it received front and rear disc brakes and a nose lift. Sadly, in 2006, the Blaster was discontinued due to strict EPA regulations on emissions, along with its big brother, the Yamaha Banshee. Still to this day, though, they are a cheap sport quad that have huge aftermarket availability and modification options, and still sell for close to their original MSRP of $3,000.
So this one is really rough, and especially me showing it to you right now, you'll see just how rough it is. But let me show you when I first got it and it was still in the trailer what it looked like. It's not much better, but so yeah, you can tell this thing's had a little bit of a hard life. It's been spray painted, terrible colors, stupid stickers all over it, missing pieces, but it has good bones. I say that about a lot of stuff I buy because I usually buy pieces of shit and make them nice. But this one really does have good bones. It's a 2004 model, so it has the disc brakes on the front and the rear. And if you were to buy an older model, 02 to 88 to 02, they would only have drum brakes, and they were impossible to keep brake shoes in. Like, if you went to buy a Blaster, 9 times out of 10 the brakes didn't work. But with the disc brake conversion that came out in 03, it provided more stopping power and longevity with the brake pads. And this one has that. If you were to buy that, or if you were to convert an early model, you'd have a few $100s just in that with used parts more than likely. And I'm getting ready to show you, this one actually doesn't have disc brakes, but it has everything for them. Not much to look at. So off camera last night, I was bored and I didn't feel like setting up the camera. I went ahead and stripped all the plastic off, and it only took me like, I don't know, probably 30 minutes. And the only reason it took that long is because it was Frankenstein put together with a bunch of random bolts. But my plan for this is to completely strip it down, take the motor off, all the suspension, wiring harness, everything's just going to be a bare frame. I'm going to send it off to powder coating, get it powder coated the factory silver that it's supposed to be. You can still see underneath the spray paint what color it's supposed to be. So my idea for this is a 90s theme. I love the 90s. I'm a 90s baby. And here's a picture of what I want it to look like. I love that purple and black and the yellow in the graphics. Plus the purple kind of matches my boat. My boat has purple on it. And it just screams 90s nostalgia. And that's the direction I'm going with this. So we're going to take it apart, frame going silver, wheels powder coated yellow, get the coils powder coated yellow, and the plastic I've got right now taken apart. I have been using paint stripper to get all the spray paint. Luckily it just has one coat of black spray paint and it's coming off fairly easy, and under that's the factory blue. So we're going to prep that plastic the correct way and repair a couple small cracks and get it painted black and purple, get a purple seat cover. And some other things I want to do to this thing is I want to get an FMF exhaust with the Power Core 2 silencer. That's the exhaust system that mine had when I was a kid, and it's a great upgrade for these. Gives them a lot more power. This quad supposedly runs, however I've not heard it run. The guy kicked it and kicked it, he couldn't get it to run. He seemed pretty honest, so I believe him, but it wouldn't start. I tried a little bit once I got it back home to start it, and I think it just is low on compression. These things, they wear out pistons and rings and jugs, and you know, 2-stroke compression is a very big deal, just like on a 4-stroke. So I ordered a new jug and piston kit from Amazon last night. I read reviews and a lot of people had good things to say about the kit. The only issue they said was the wrist pin bearing wasn't the right size, so I went ahead and got a Wiseco wrist pin bearing. It was all of 15 bucks, and I got 80 bucks in the top end rebuild kit, and that includes a new jug, piston, all the gaskets, rings, and I think it even has a spark plug, which I probably won't use that. I'll get an NGK. But yeah, we've got everything to rebuild the top end. I know it's got spark, I checked that. I know it's got fuel, I could smell that. So the only thing we're missing is compression to make this thing run. And once I get in there, you know, if I find out that the crank bearings are bad or the seals or something like that, you know, then we'll have to do a full rebuild. But I'm hoping just to do a top end for now and just get this thing running. And, you know, we'll clean up the motor real good and paint it and stuff. I want this to be restored, but I'm not going all in. I don't want to have thousands of dollars. The way it's looking right now, I paid 400 bucks for this thing. As you could see from the intro of this video, I went through absolute hell to get it. So I got to make it nice. But, you know, 400 bucks in it. Right now I've ordered a couple $100s worth of parts, and I've probably got a few $100s more. I'm hoping to not have more than like $2 grand in this thing with new tires and everything like that. But so what I was saying earlier about the brakes, so yeah, this one has disc brakes on the front, but it doesn't. Right now it's only got rotors. So the previous owner did away with those for some reason, and he put this brake master cylinder off some other ATV, and it only has rear brakes. So he ran this new line all the way down there to this caliper that doesn't even belong on it. He's got some kind of rigged up bracket, and it's just it doesn't work. But he gave me a box with brand new front calipers, brand new rear caliper, rear brake master cylinder. I've got all new stainless hydraulic lines going to both sides, and all the brake pads. So I have everything to get the disc brakes back on this. It came with the 4-wheeler. That alone was worth what I paid for the 4-wheeler. One thing I was very surprised about when looking for parts for this thing is they are getting a little bit harder to find, and they're expensive. See, I figured I could get on eBay and get just about all the little stuff I needed for 20 or 30 bucks, but that's not the case. This unit's missing the front headlight and the housing that holds it, and as you can see, they put just like some random fog light on it, and I was thinking I could get that for, you know, 20, 30 bucks on eBay, but it's 100 bucks. There's only one on there. There's one headlight for this on eBay. That's crazy. I thought there would be an abundance of parts for these, but there kind of is, but they're not as easy as I thought or as cheap as I thought they would be to get. Did find one on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to order it here in a few, and ordering the graphics for it, that's another like $125. There's a company all the way in Cyprus that makes them, and that's the only place I could find some OEM graphics for 96. I can't find them anywhere else online. But that's the direction I'm going in with this build. Just, you know, a clean, more or less stock restoration with a 90s vibe to it. And you know, let me know in the comments, guys, if you have some parts for this that I'm looking for. As I mentioned, the FMF exhaust. I'd like a new front bumper, an aftermarket front bumper for it, and also need a tail light. I think I got a headlight on the way, so I don't need that. I may need a rear brake rotor. I don't know if I have one of those. I'd have to look. But yeah, just any parts you may have. If you know where to get graphics for cheaper or easier than that, because I think it was a 3 or 4 week wait to get those in. You know, let me know in the comments. I just wanted to add something different to the channel. We work on a lot of cars and boats and stuff. I haven't done an ATV yet, although I did, you know, years ago I had a bunch of ATVs. It's been a while, and kind of wanted something, you know, just a throwback to my childhood and something that I can play around on, maybe let the kids ride when they get a little bit older. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm gonna have a lot of videos on this thing coming out soon. I'm hoping to knock this thing out in just a few weeks. I really want to get it together and play around on it. Also, we're gonna get to the E30 soon. The F30 is underway. I just got a lot of editing and stuff to do, but Car Studio, subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video, share it with your buddies. Thanks a lot, guys.